So dear cadets, today I am going to teach you the another property of matter, that is the solubility. So in the last activity what we have studied?
Some materials are soluble in a given liquid, whereas some are insoluble.
Okay, so just see, in the last activity I have explained you how the oil is lighter than water and how oil and water does not intermix with each other. Now here I am going to give you some examples of matters which are highly soluble in the liquid or in water. Just see, soluble materials. Just see, you add 1 teaspoonful of sugar in water and stir it. After some time it will be soluble. Lemon juice in water, after some time it will be very fastly it will be soluble. So the materials which are soluble in water are solvent. They are known as soluble material, and this property is known as solubility. So the matter is exhibiting the property that is known as the solubility. The solubility is the property in which given matter is dissolved in given amount of solvent. Okay, so these are the two examples. See some other examples also.
Soluble materials disappear completely on dissolving in a liquid. For example, sugar, lemon juice, glycerin, etc. are soluble in water. Oxygen is essential for living organisms. What is the source of oxygen for aquatic animals? Water contains dissolved oxygen. Aquatic plants and animals breathe with the help of oxygen dissolved in water.
Try to understand, dear cadets. Just see, there are so many aquatic animals. They are living in the water. Okay, so for their survival oxygen is required because oxygen is a life-saving gas. Okay, so do you know near about 5% of oxygen is dissolved in the water, and aquatic animals, they are using that oxygen only. Not only this one, aquatic animals have got certain respiratory organs, like fish have got the gills. Same way some other organism also have got the some respiratory organs, and with the help of those respiratory organs they absorb the oxygen which is dissolved in the water.
Insoluble materials do not dissolve in a liquid. For example, sand, chalk powder, wax, etc. are insoluble in water. Watch the upcoming animation carefully.
So dear cadets, just see, what are the insoluble material? Opposite of soluble material. Insoluble materials are those materials which do not dissolve in the liquid. Okay, which do not disappear in the liquid. They are known as insoluble material. What are the example? Sand, chalk powder, wax, etc. are insoluble in water. Insoluble in water.
We make lemonade by mixing sugar, salt, and lemon juice into water. We get a clear solution on stirring up the mixture with spoon. On the other hand, we cannot make tea by simply dissolving the tea leaves in water. because tea leaves are not soluble in it. Therefore, tea bags are dipped in hot water for extracting the flavor of tea leaves. On the basis of solubility, substances can be classified as soluble and insoluble. Soluble substances mix completely with the liquid and disappear. For example, salt dissolves completely in water. On the other hand, insoluble substances do not get dissolved in the liquid. These either float on its surface or sink at the bottom of container. For example, oil doesn't mix with water and floats on its surface. Solubility holds the key for sustenance of life on Earth. Dissolved oxygen in water is the source of oxygen for aquatic life. Also, water in our body carries large number of vital substances in dissolved state.
Why transparent tea is called soap?
So dear cadets, you have seen this animation and video related with the solubility of some materials and gases, and I hope that you have got what is the meaning of soluble material and insoluble material. Now let us move to the another property of material, that is there are three types of property under this one, that is transparency. So just see, we'll discuss why transparent tape is called so. Why this tape is called transparent? Because we can see across. We can see across through it, that is why it is known as transparent. So this is also the property of material. Just see.
Bangles kept in transparent box can be seen without opening it. But it is necessary to open opaque box to see bangles. Materials can be transparent, translucent, or opaque. Let us study about them one by one in our next property of materials, that is transparency.
So just try to understand. We are moving towards the another property of material, that is known as transparency. So what is the meaning of transparency? It is the property of materials, thereby we can see across from any material, okay? And on the basis of transparency, there are three kinds of material. First one is the transparent material. What are the transparent material? Transparent materials are those materials through which we can see the across, okay? Second one is the translucent material. What are the translucent material? We can see the across but not clearly, dim. Another one is what are the opaque material? Opaque materials are those materials through which we cannot see the across. They are known as opaque material. So now try to understand that these three types of material are classified on the basis of transparency. You now just see the further clarification.
Transparency. Have you played hide and seek game with your friends? Would you like to hide behind a wooden door or a glass door? Can you tell what is kept inside a wooden cupboard without opening it? Can you see the watches placed in the glass case? Here, we find that all objects cannot be seen through. The quality of an object that allows light to pass through it is called the transparency of an object. It makes the object visible to eyes. All objects are not equally transparent. Therefore, it can be used as a criterion to group objects into different types. The substances through which we can see the things clearly are called transparent substances. Some examples of transparent objects are glass, water, air, etc. The substances through which we can partially see the objects are called translucent substances. For example, wax paper, ground glass, etc. Substances through which we cannot see the objects at all are called opaque substances. Examples of opaque substances are wood, cardboard, metals, etc. Now, can you complete the following sentences?
So dear cadets, just see. I hope that with the help of this animation, you got the types of material on the basis of transparency. That is transparent material, opaque material and translucent material with examples. Now here question is there, dash is insoluble in water, honey is soluble, oil is not soluble. Material that allow light to pass through them are called transparent material. So these are the simple questions, you know this one. So now today almost you have learned so many things. Okay, now the last leg of this topic is grouping of objects, that is sorting materials into groups. So just see, suppose so many materials are there and their types are different. So on the basis of certain properties, you will group them. Now try to understand. Suppose different types of materials are kept, but out of them some are transparent. So you will keep them one type. Some are translucent. You will keep them separately. Like that, on the basis of all the properties of matter, we can segregate the material into groups. We can sort them into groups.
Children, have you seen a rat man who collects old newspapers and other junk from our homes? He always groups the similar things together. This is what we call sorting. Sorting is grouping of objects together with similar properties. We always see similar vegetables, fruits, sweets, spices, and confectionery in groups. Can we group plastic objects with the steel objects? No. Both are different in properties. We can group objects on the basis of similarity and dissimilarity in their properties. We can also group things on the basis of our utility and convenience. Well, one more thing, we cannot further group the things in subgroups if they are alike or different. In fact, sorting also helps when chemists to arrange various medicines either alphabetically or by company name. So children, we can say sorting materials into groups helps us in many ways and makes our life easy.
So dear cadets, in this way your this chapter is means chapter number 4 is completely completed. Okay, in the next video I will teach you the NCERT exercises. Okay, but today we have discussed so many properties of material. On the basis of that one I am giving you some questions. The question number is, what do you mean by soluble material? Soluble material. Okay, give some examples. Okay, this is the question. Now question number 2. The question number 2 is, what do you mean by insoluble material? Insoluble materials. Give some examples. Okay. Next one is question number 3. What do you mean by transparent material? Give some examples. Next one is, what are or you can write here, define following terms with examples. The first one is translucent material. Second one is opaque material. Translucent and opaque material. The last question is, what do you mean by sorting of materials. Okay, so just write the answer of these questions and as usual submit me for checking. Thank you.